Hey, it is Friday, game weekend, game day for some people. More on that later.
Yep.
Longshore McKnight here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where Price sells cars. And it looks like another beautiful day here in Central Alabama because the sun is sun's up early today and it is bright.
It's getting a little warmer. Getting it was like 91 yesterday. Normal high is about 93. It's been a beautiful week. It's a great weekend. Should be nice weather all weekend long for football, for visiting with your buddies and cooking out, and for car shopping.
You better believe it. Car shopping, Barry. Beautiful weekend to get that done today, throughout the weekend here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where Price sells cars. We're going to be telling you about all the great deals that they have here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery. Or also, got to remember this, stiversonline.com.
That's right.
So for a lot of our viewers and listeners that maybe are away from the River Region area and they're thinking, man, I need to check out what's going on at Stivers, go to stiversonline.com. You can check out the entire inventory. You can shop. You can even purchase your vehicle. They'll bring it to your location. How about that?
I like it. I like it. And it is state of the art. The website, as you might imagine. And I don't know, some people, rightly so, shouldn't believe everything you see on the internet. Hey, I saw on the web that Ken Donahue once told Bo Jackson he wouldn't play till he's a junior. We've dispelled that notion at stiversonline.com. You've got prices on new 2025 Ford F-150s up to $16,000 off MSRP. John and I are here to tell you, despite how difficult that is to believe on the internet, that is true.
It is true, Barry. 16 grand off new 2025 F-150s. That's America's best-selling truck for just about 50 years in a row. Think about that.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, really is. They give you a lot of choices, though. Maybe you'd rather have 3.9% APR for 60 months. Of course, 0%, zero down, no payment for 90 days. Great lease options as well. And the inventory is spectacular. Now, I got to tell you, I'm curious. I'm going to ask Kelly about it later. They've done a lot of construction. There's a lot of moving around going over here. You probably noticed some buildings have been torn down and removed, and you can tell they're prepping for some new construction. There's some big things going on out here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, some expansion, some additions, and so we're very excited about that. We'll tell you that as well. But, Bear, we all know it's Price sells cars.
Yes.
Price sells cars. Like up to 10 grand off new 2025 Ford Explorers, Expeditions, F-150s, Escapes, the Mustangs, the Mach models as well. And if you need something a little more durable, sturdy, maybe you've got a plumbing business, HVAC, delivery, they got the big Super Duties as well.
The 2024 Ford Transits are wonderful vehicles for cargo, moving large amounts of things around. The Ford F-250 Super Duty 2024, these are brand new 0% financing, APR for up to 60 months, up to $10,000 off MSRP. This is opportunity knocking, people, and it's right here.
Barry, you mentioned, sometimes you can't believe everything you see on the internet.
Yeah.
And you're right. Here at Stivers, you can believe it all. It's true. Yeah. It's kind of like when I walked through the portal at Jordan-Hare Stadium about 8 or 9 years ago and walked down to my seat, and those people are going, is that who I think that is? No way that's who I think that is.
Yep.
There's no way.
And you see all those people over there. John didn't see them because they were all doing it after he had passed them by.
Yeah.
They're all like, And then they get on their phone saying, hey, dude, no kidding. Longshore is here. And they're like, no way.
Yeah.
Yes way. Hang on. If he'll hold still for a moment, I'll take a picture. Those things, you post that stuff on there and people are like, that can't be right. But here at Stivers, stiversonline.com, it is right. Every word.
It is right, Barry. You're right about that. And you think I'm kidding. I heard the mumbling, the murmurs. Is that who I think it is?
There's no way.
No way that's who I think it is. But it's true. As a matter of fact, I think Gurn might have an old photo proving that I was there with the Jumbotron in the back. People sometimes, if they got kidnapped or something, they'd stick a newspaper up so they know it was the real date and it really happened.
This person was alive on this day. It's a ransom note thing. But I remember the one time, and it was more than 9 years ago, it was about 19 years ago, when John and I were doing a live broadcast on a Friday morning from Jordan-Hare Stadium. As you might expect, I was up there in our seats already set up in the press box. John comes bebopping in through the south end zone.
It was the original Jumbotron end zone.
This is the
on
pre-boat
the left side.
anchor. Yeah.
Yeah. Press
And
box
John
is on
comes
this
walking
side.
in. I got my binoculars. I'm watching him. He comes walking in. He sees me up there. He knows I'm looking at him, and he goes to the base of the goal posts, and he lifts his leg like he's wetting on it and everything. There were only two people in the whole stadium, and that's me and him. And it meant that much to him, to where he knows I'm watching him, where he goes and hikes his leg at the baseline of the end zone at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Yeah, that is a true story.
That was pretty funny.
The cool thing about that, Barry, think about it. How many times can you be in a stadium as large as one like Jordan-Hare Stadium? 87, you gave the number yesterday.
87-214.
87-214, and we're the only two people in it. Barry's up in the press box. I'm down on the field. I see him up there. He's got the specs on me, and I'm thinking, I got to do something to kind of, get a chuckle here.
Yeah, that was a chuckle. The only thing I've seen kind of close to that, what you're talking about, was in the fourth quarter of the ULM game and Bryant-Denny last week.
Yeah.
It was maybe a couple hundred. I don't know. But
yeah,
I am excited because here we are Friday morning. There was football last night. There was football on a couple of levels.
True.
My man Lugs was doing the color for the Wake Forest North Carolina State game, which started at 6:30. Loved that game.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to start at 7:15. Ended up starting like 7:25 on Amazon Prime. They had the Commanders and the Packers.
Yes, they
from
did.
Lambeau.
Couple of before we go to the NFL. Didn't NC State come back and win that game?
They did.
Yeah.
NC State ends up winning it. I think it was 34-14.
Yeah.
Something like
Wake
that.
was winning the game when I was watching.
Wake took the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. I mean, it was 7-0 before the fans were in their seats.
Here's another thing about that game. What's with these schools and these horrible-looking helmets? What is that thing on NC State's helmet?
Oh, yeah.
Way too big. It reminds me of who was that team? Oh, it was we were talking about the other day. It was Lamo.
He'll get it.
Oh, it was Arizona State playing Mississippi State.
If you give him just a little bit for him to get it rolling,
it's early.
I mean, he'll work it out in his own head.
I'm a big guy with helmet change, but not that. That's ridiculous.
Well, I don't like NC State's logo anyway. It's this Unchained. It's like the big bad wolf in the Disney cartoon,
Yeah, true.
Come on. You know, it's like putting the Donald Duck on the side of the Oregon helmet or anything like that. But it was pretty cool. I mean, we settled in. I missed the opening kickoff.
Yep.
I settled in when it was already 14-0 Wake Forest. And Lugs is up there. The lead announcer, I think it was Matt Berry. He's hilarious because, I mean, it's at Wake Stadium, which seats maybe 33,000. It's not big, just basically two bleachers, one on either side. And, I mean, it was smoky. They were showing Dave Doran, the NC State coach, down on the sidelines, and you could barely see him. I mean, like, what in the world's going on? And they brought a remote camera guy over and the sideline reporter, Harry Stiles, and they're outside. There was this food truck, which was, inside the stadium, but it wasn't, in the field. There was this barbecue food truck that was right outside, and they had a fire in there. And I mean, the chef, the barbecue guy is still in there. He's trying to put the fire out, and they're filming him and everything. And it's billowing all over the place. And
not good.
They're talking about, Lugs was talking about how you don't want to ride back to the hotel with their sideline guy because he's going to smell like a burnt end and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, God bless college football.
Yes.
God bless college football with ugly helmets and barbecue trucks catching fire and smoke on the field and everything.
And a couple of teams that would not make my big boy conference.
North Carolina State wins at 34-24. We hear from our buddy Chris. And he says Robbie Ashford, who is I'm not going to say exactly what he texted us. Robbie Ashford, who is the starting Wake Forest quarterback, is prostituting himself around like somebody, he mentioned something. It was
He's been around.
color. But See, that's different, Chris. That's different. That's different from somebody like TJ Finley, who has been at 7 schools.
You got to be careful. Obviously,
the problem with Robbie Ashford is he ain't going to Oregon and Auburn and South Carolina last year and Wake Forest this year for more money at every school. He's just looking for a job he can win, you know? He's looking for a place to play because he got beat out at Oregon, got beat out at Auburn, got beat out at South Carolina. So he's, you know.
Hey, well, let's give Wake a try.
Yeah, let's give Wake a try. Maybe I can start for them. And, you know, that's, God bless them. There's nothing wrong with that. Man, I just want to play somewhere.
Yeah, guys,
even got to pay me.
Freaking flyer mileage. I can tell you that. I appreciate, or my mother appreciates you using the word prostitute. I used another word many years ago to describe ladies like that, and she did not like it.
No, she
so come up with a different word than that. So I don't use the one that starts with a W. So prostitute, that's an interesting word.
Some of you guys think it starts with an H, but it doesn't.
Yeah. So we had the college game last night. Here again, watch the NFL. More on that later. Look, we can send a man to the moon. So you know where this is going.
Okay.
Is there a better way that I can go between games besides going, okay, let me get off Amazon Prime. Let me get back over here to ESPN. A lot of button pushing, wheels spinning, all that kind of stuff.
Button pushing.
Yeah, I want instant access.
Breaks.
I got to go 2 TVs, Barry. I got one outside, one inside, one's on the other game.
This is what ticks John off. And I don't want to, you know, I don't want to horrify anybody. This is what ticks John off. Having to do this.
Yeah. Let's go while we're going.
I mean that breaks my heart.
You know, when you get the jump button or the whatever, it's different names on different remotes.
Yeah, the back button,
jump button.
That
was the jump button. It was boom, instantaneously. So, and you can't go quad box on Prime Video from YouTube. So that kind of stinks.
It is better to do this than old dad there saying, hey, Johnny, get up there and turn it from 12 to 3.
Sure. Circa 1968.
All right, move the antenna a little bit.
Before I get into detail, Barry, couple of things. I don't really know who all the pregame studio personalities were that they had there at Lambeau Field.
For the Prime Video deal?
They did a pregame. But I got to tell you, the blonde with the short hair is cute. And I said that out loud, and my wife looked at me like, and I went, well, she is kind of cute.
Again, John, the filter. At some point, there needs to be a filter between here and here.
I mean, I just kind of went, she's kind of cute. And then I got the look.
Let's see. The other guys, Andrew Whitworth, Tony Gonzalez.
Former Falcon.
I want to say Jason Kelsey. I don't know.
I think it was.
And one other guy who I did not recognize.
So that was interesting. And I heard a lot of feedback. We're going to get into the game later, the Phantom's Daily Dog, if we have to. I kind of like Green Bay in the all-white.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I like Green Bay in the game too, but, you know, the green jerseys with gold helmets works. Baylor with the gold works. The yellow, the mustard yellow, the French's cheap, buy the gross mustard. That does not work.
It does
not. I mean,
and last night was
it works at Jeff Davis or worked at Jeff Davis.
Well, I was going to get to that too. Last night was kind of a preview of what Auburn fans are going to see tomorrow.
This weekend,
because they're going all white. Barry, when we were on the road, we did have the white jersey, but we had the gold pants to go with it. So we went gold pants, white jersey, and then the regular helmet that we always wore, which was gold. So we had gold helmet, white, gold pants. At home, we wore the gold pants, the green jersey.
Nice.
And the gold helmet. So we were, and our sticker, our logo was even the same oval shape as the Green Bay sticker.
What I like is Edgewood Academy here in town Basically, it's exactly like the Green Bay Packers uniform, except they turn the G over, make it, and it's an E. So which is kind of cool.
That's exactly right. The late, great Billy Livens was responsible for the colors. He was a big Packer fan, and he wanted the team's colors to look just like Green Bay.
I did not know that.
Yeah. They'd actually
I've heard a lot about that guy.
Yeah, they sent out kind of a questionnaire around that school district, and there were a lot of different suggestions. I mean, blue and gray, because there was a lot of that going on in that time period. But nope, when they went green and gold, and of course the fight song is Kentucky's fight song. Just the lyrics are different. Same tune.
Total bogarting of all of that.
Yeah.
Of course,
I don't know what it is today. I don't even know what their colors are today. I know they changed the name.
We are 28 hours from kickoff. Troy and Memphis in Troy. 28 hours away from Alabama and Wisconsin in Tuscaloosa. 28 hours, 45 minutes, or 30 minutes now. Yeah, 30 minutes from Auburn versus South Alabama, 11:45 from Auburn.
Did you do that off the top of your head that you knew exactly how many hours and minutes it was? That's pretty impressive.
No, my point is that it's early.
It's
early tomorrow. Many of you probably need to start heading to the stadium in about 24 hours. Johnson, why? You need to get out there, need to get ready. It's going to be an early morning for you. But even with that in mind, still going to point out some later games today in college football. And there are 5. All of them are on a nationwide network, if you count the ACC network.
You know, Barry, even, I don't want to say it was complaining, maybe just some questioning of kickoff times tomorrow.
Yes.
4 and 5 child, it's homecoming tonight.
Okay.
At MA, where they go to school. And so I think they're playing Wicksburg tonight. Where's Wicksburg?
Ooh, I'm on it.
Yeah. And so I heard them go, well, we're going to Tuscaloosa on Saturday. Their older brother's a sophomore up there. I went, you know what time the game starts? And they, of course, had no clue. They thought the game was 2:30, 6:30, I said, fellas, kicking off at 11 o'clock. You're going to have to get up early. Yeah. It went, on Saturday, we got to get up early. It went, if you're going to make kickoff, you are.
Yeah.
So get ready.
Yeah. I've tried to tell you before, kids, you may have to learn this later. Know your kickoff times.
Yeah. No kid.
Bill from Baltimore, you're exactly right. Wicksburg is down by Dothan. Been through it a million times. Garden spot of the Wiregrass.
You have. Well, I thought that was Troy in the Wiregrass.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Where does the Wiregrass start?
I want to say the Wiregrass starts right about Sykes and Conn's Country Mall.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Barry, those guys are big viewers and listeners of the show. Every time I walk in there, which isn't maybe once a year.
Oh, my man Danny,
they
those guys.
Us. Yeah, love those guys.
Yeah,
they're great. They watch us, loyal viewers.
We love the people here at Stivers Ford Lincoln on the Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway in Montgomery, Alabama. Once again, our Friday show is a big one, John.
It is, Barry. Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. In about 20 minutes from now, around 7:40 is when
he did that off the top of his head.
How about that? I believe the Phantom is coming in at the top of hour number 2. Interesting to see who the Phantom has in his Phantom 4, and also his dog from last night. What if he'll have a dog for tonight? We'll see. And Ralph Michaels, Wager Talking the Gold Sheet. He'll join us at the bottom of hour number 2. So we got a lot going on. The River Region Straw chat line is up and going. Who was first today, Barry? What time they start that first
it was my guy
today?
Ty again, 5:38.
Wow. Nice.
This morning, 1 hour and 22 minutes before we hit the airwaves. Ty was ready to go.
And I want to say a shout out to Chris, always reminding people to hit the like and subscribe button.
Yes.
Way to go.
Chris, simple, right
that.
there at the bottom here. Hit like, hit subscribe. Sometimes he'll point out, we've got all these viewers on right now and only 7 likes. Let's step it up, people.
Come on, folks.
Chris, Man, we feel you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Better
He's
believe it.
John Longshore. I'm Barry McKnight. We're at Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway in Montgomery. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Phoenix Physical Therapy is ready to help patients recover, recharge, and rise. They develop a customized therapy plan for each patient to get them back to enjoying their favorite activities. Their experienced team is committed to providing exceptional care in a professional environment. Whether you're looking to prevent or treat an injury, recover from a recent illness, or recuperate from surgery, schedule an appointment with our clinic and take advantage of our physical therapy, athletic training, workers' comp, and employer solutions service. Experience elevated physical therapy today. Call Phoenix Physical Therapy at 239-9316. That's 239-9316.
The dreams that matter most happen while we're awake, because they're the ones that remind us of the places we want to go, of the ideas we plan to pursue, of the legacies we hope to leave. We understand you have goals to meet, and we want to help you reach them, to fuel your vision and invest in whatever motivates you. So we want to know, what inspires you? Synovus Bank, member FDIC.
Located just 8 miles north of Alabama's state capital, Capitol Hill features 3 18-hole championship courses. With more than 1,500 acres of golf and nature, the pure magnitude of this facility is amazing and allows each course to be drastically different from the others. Capitol Hill also features an innovative 360-degree driving range, 400 yards in diameter. Capitol Hill offers a fully stocked pro shop with the latest equipment and apparel. Great food and beverages in the clubhouse can be enjoyed both before and after your round. Get your group together and hit the trail. Go to rtjgolf.com/Capitol Hill for tee times and more information. Okay, we're back at it here live at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where Price sells cars. Talked about it earlier. 2025 F-150 is America's best-selling truck for nearly 50 years in a row, up to $16,000 off. MSRP or 3.9% APR for 60 months. Also, the 2025 F-150 STX 4x4 sign and drive lease, just $499 a month. Explorer, it started the SUV craze back in the early 80s. That was the first SUV. Yep. It has stayed strong through all these many years. Sign and drive lease, 0 down, $399 a month for 36 months.
Amazing.
On the Ford Explorer. If you need something a little bit bigger to take everybody to the game, hey, tomorrow, you got to load everybody up to be there by 11. An Expedition will get you there at $9,000 off. Right here, right now, with so many models and vehicles to choose from, you can't go wrong. Your vehicle is here on the lot, and if it isn't, then you don't need to be driving.
That's exactly right. You know what? Do you really need something that rattles?
No.
That you overpaid for just because you had to have something? Here, there's no excuses here. I mean, you're in, you're out, boom, in, out, make your deal. They don't keep you the whole day. They want you out driving a new Ford vehicle.
Heck
John
yeah.
and I have had many Ford vehicles in our lifetimes, and believe me, you think this guy's going to wait around and waste his time and sit and twiddle his thumbs? No. Making his deal, and he's going. Got to check it out. Stivers Ford Lincoln here in Montgomery.
All right, Barry, I used this analogy earlier this week. You're trying to quit smoking, but that pack of cigarettes is sitting right over there.
That's a bad idea. Get the temptation out of there. It's like it's talking to you.
Yeah. You want one.
Amen.
It's even worse if there's a lighter sitting next to that pack of cigarettes.
Hey, man, me and him, we're here when you need us. Okay.
Well,
man, you look like you need us. I mean, are you okay? Well, we're right here.
There are certain topics when I read Coffee with Philip, it's like a pack of cigarettes sitting over there.
Well, reading Coffee with Philip is like a pack of cigarettes. Coffee with Philip, Friday morning musings, links of interest.
See if you can figure out what grabbed my attention.
And
today.
the subhead reads, grab a hot cup of coffee and let's talk Auburn sports and more. I don't drink coffee. I don't read Philip. So I'm out both of them. Again, Philip Marshall probably every 2 weeks, when he picks up his pay envelope, he needs to thank this guy right here. He needs to thank John Longshore. Philip has enjoyed a resurgence in the in the twilight of his career because of this guy right here. Ain't nobody focused. I don't read Philip. I never have read much of Philip. Since I started working with John, man, we talk Philip all
when you find a great writer, Barry, you got to spread the word. And it all started in the library at Cloverdale Junior High School was where I first started reading Philip. But see, if I see you scrolling, there's a section. No, go the other way. Go the other way.
I'm just looking.
Yeah. There's a section in the article that I went, he's done it again.
Oh, it's so here's the deal. The first part is South Alabama versus the Power Four. South Alabama.
So what?
And he goes down every game.
Yeah.
John ain't looking. Oh, look at this.
No.
Huh. Ole Miss beat South Alabama 47-27 and 20. He ain't looking at that. He's scrolling. So he's in the scroll. I mean, he is on the back pedal right now, like an Alabama defensive back. And all of a sudden, whoa. Only the subhead in bold letters, not that it needs it. Only one SEC football program doesn't play in-state teams. And I read here, if you'll allow me.
Please.
Quote, maybe some believe it's a good idea. Regardless, it's a fact. Out of the 16 teams in the SEC, only Alabama has not played an in-state group of 6 or FCS opponent in modern history. Auburn has played games against Jacksonville State, Alabama A&M, Samford, and UAB. It will play South Alabama for the first time on Saturday.
Yeah.
Alabama, like others, has played guarantee games every season, but it has preferred in every case to send the money it pays for such games out of state.
So my first thing would be, Philip, go to John Cohen's office today and get him to schedule Troy. I mean, why won't you put Troy on your schedule, Auburn? I mean, you're so high and mighty about all these in-state teams you've played. If you contacted Troy, because I guarantee you they play you tomorrow if you schedule them. Number 2, Troy went to Clemson last week. Barry, I don't know the exact number, but Troy brought home a pretty hefty check to go to Clemson to play. That money left the state of South Carolina and came to Alabama. Is that not a win-win? You're taking money from somewhere else and bringing it to your state? Well, what's the big deal about, well, let's keep the money that's in Alabama and just keep it here. You're still getting the money and you're getting it from another state. And Alabama's going, why are we helping other schools build their athletic departments? That's not what we're in. We're in a small state as it is, where we're trying to fight and scrap and claw for what we need. We're not in the business of helping other people out. Now, if Clemson and Ohio State and Nebraska want to do it, good for them. But this high and mighty that, we will play in-state schools. Well, okay, call Troy today, because I know they play you. And just because Alabama doesn't want to play them, so what? Big deal. I tell you, and the fans don't want it.
They helped at ULM last week quite a bit.
Well, they're
it's
again.
Like you're helping somebody out.
Yep. Well,
why not help that? But later on, they're going to be helping out Eastern Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
Eastern Illinois. They're going to be helping out, well, a lot of those kind of schools in the future.
Until we get a scheduling model where everybody's playing big boys every week, which is ultimately what I want, you're going to have to. I mean, you'd be foolish not to put a couple of cupcakes on your schedule because everybody else is doing it. You might as well do it. But why would you help a team in your state, particularly a smaller one, and help them build their athletic program? And you could get beat. I mean, look what Troy did to Clemson last week.
Somebody told me before
that. Can you see the people at Bryant-Denny panicking if they're down 16-7 and then a lightning storm rolls in? Woo!
Somebody once told me that you can't think that way. What if we get beat? Somebody told me that's a mindset for losers.
What did Gene Stallings say?
Yeah, you think those games aren't important?
Yeah.
Try losing one of those.
But this high and mighty, we'll play any. Okay, well, whatever.
So this is what it looks like. This was the Philip experience for John. Coffee with Philip, okay. And John does his own play-by-play. What is this? Goodness gracious. Okay, South Alabama against a Power 4. Well, what's this later on? Freeze updates, Auburn injuries. Our predictions for Auburn versus South Alabama.
See, what I'd like to see, Barry, is Auburn, instead of scheduling teams like Baylor, UCLA, and Miami, why don't you pick up the phone and see if Ohio State will play you, if Michigan will play you, if Notre Dame will play you, if Southern Cal will put you on the schedule again. I mean, if you want to play some non-conference teams, how about some big boys?
So John's like, blah, 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 wah, 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 wah. Oh, Robbie Ashford struggles. Wah, 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 wah.
Softball team wins at the game.
There are two things guaranteed out of that list of, snippets from Philip that John stopped his scroll on. One of them, only one SEC football program doesn't play in-state teams. Despite John's respect for Philip phrasing it that way, only one SEC foot. He doesn't say the head doesn't read, subhead doesn't read, Alabama doesn't play in-state teams. It says only one SEC football program doesn't play in-state teams. I doubt that Philip did exhaustive research into, Arkansas played Arkansas State last week. That's about the
now, Barry, if I'm not mistaken,
team
now I don't know how far back Philip went in his research, but there was like some school in Birmingham back in the 30s they played.
Like Birmingham Southern, they'll play like Great Lakes Naval Air Station or
I think they
Wadawee YMCA or something.
I think they played Marion Military Institute back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, so how far did you go back in your research here?
And the other one is the fascination with football uniforms.
Yeah.
Get you a co-host who loves him some football uniforms. He says, I don't get the fascination with college football uniforms. I truly don't care what color jerseys or what combination of colors that any team wears. Do I notice it? Sure. Okay, here he goes into question mode. Will it look different seeing Auburn wearing white at home Saturday against South Alabama? Of course. I am old enough to remember when Auburn frequently wore white at home.
Now, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
How old is Philip? Gee whiz, I do not remember that. I didn't even remember the game in 2008 when they did it.
I didn't either. Well, it was Tennessee Martin.
Ah.
John and I were doing the show together, and I guarantee you he did like he did yesterday. Rodney, when Alabama was playing last week against, and I told Rodney, I said, give him a moment.
It's how soon we forget.
Yeah.
When it's a crappy game.
That was the UT Martin game.
Yeah.
That year.
So okay, good. Maybe he's open-minded to maybe the Navy helmet. I'm not a big orange guy, so I'm not real hung up on Auburn wearing orange again. If they do it, great, no big deal. But I would think like Navy pants. I've seen Auburn in Navy pants at practice. They kind of, those knee-high things they wear, kind of a girdle-looking thing. They look pretty sharp.
He is right about this. He said, whether it's Oregon, Auburn, or any other team, the main reason for calling on fans to wear different colors than they normally wear is not about the atmosphere. It's about selling apparel. You know the guy, the old attorney from Ozark. Maybe that's a bad example. The old real estate agent from Lido Hatchie.
Yeah.
And he has worn the same navy blue Bo Jackson jersey since 1986.
Correct.
He ain't bought a new one in 40 years. How are we going to get him to buy a new one? Well, if we have a whiteout game, he's going to feel bad about wearing that Navy uniform. He'll come and wear a white Peyton Thorne. Well, no. He'll come and wear a white Booby Whitlow. No. He'll buy a white jersey.
Yes.
That's all it's about, selling apparel, and there's nothing wrong with that.
When little man was 7 or 8 years old, he liked to wear the jerseys. When I sprung the white jersey on him, he kind of went, he went, what? I went, well, that's a road uniform. They're on the road today. Didn't matter. Always wore the crimson jersey. Didn't like the white jersey. Couldn't figure it out. Tomorrow, they're wearing white. At least they are in Auburn for their kickoff against South Alabama.
But
so what will South Alabama have on, blue or red?
I think they'll have on red, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
That's a good point. I think they'll have red. They got white helmets and all of that. So we have a couple of things on the chat line. JJ.
Oh, from Atlanta.
He says, Alabama 34, Wisconsin 10, JJ in Atlanta. Look, Wisconsin's going to have a hard time scoring.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 34, but I feel pretty good.
Backup quarterback.
About
Starter's
being,
not going to play for Wisconsin tomorrow.
Yeah.
JJ, send that via our email inbox, longshoreandmcknight@gmail.com. You'll have an opportunity to win a $500 1-carat lab-grown diamond from our friends at Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry here in Montgomery on Vaughn Road in Peppertree. That's right. Just give us the score of the Auburn and the Alabama game. You hit one of those games exactly like the final score reads, you're going to win that diamond and also be in the running for a $3,000 1-carat natural-grown diamond if you pick the national championship score correct. It's all from Marguerite's and Longshore and McKnight. Just send your entry. You got to get them in before kickoff tomorrow morning. LongshoreMcKnight@gmail.com. Put score or put diamond in the subject line. Give us the scores. We'll have them up there. We're hoping to have some winners so Lyle can present you some diamonds from Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry.
And they're on Vaughn Road, right near the intersection with Taylor Road, and the shops at Peppertree in Montgomery. Make sure you head out there for all of your gift-giving needs for that special someone on your list, whether it's a holiday, whether it's a birthday, anniversary, or just because. That's a smart move. Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry.
You know, I'm out of the push present business, but that's an interesting idea. If your wife's about to have a baby, they say you should give her a great gift. And they've got those for you as well.
When we come back, Lee Sterling joins us, ParamountSports.com. Always enjoy his visit. It's coming up. Longshore and McKnight are live at Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway, Montgomery, Alabama. Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Located just 8 miles north of Alabama's state capital, Capitol Hill features 3 18-hole championship courses. With more than 1,500 acres of golf and nature, the pure magnitude of this facility is amazing and allows each course to be drastically different from the others. Capitol Hill also features an innovative 360-degree driving range 400 yards in diameter. Capitol Hill offers a fully stocked pro shop with the latest equipment and apparel. Great food and beverages in the clubhouse can be enjoyed both before and after your round. Get your group together and hit the trail. Go to rtjgolf.com/Capitol Hill for tee times and more information.
Summer's here, and so too are its many challenges. Heat that won't quit, beers that won't fit, hammocks that won't hammock, screen doors that appear out of nowhere, flips that flop a little too much. That's why it's important to keep it simple. Keep it cool, keep them coming, and keep it easy. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light.
Play to win big at Victoryland Casino, where the hottest, most exciting games are waiting for you. Big bonuses, giant jackpots, and rewards keep our guests coming back for more. Visit our Players Club today and check out this month's exciting free play promotions. You'll have more fun at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, off I-85 exit 22 in Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
Okay, welcome back in, everybody. About 22 minutes to the top of the hour. Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports, going to join us here momentarily. Barry, who else could mix in a score and the announcement that a professional wrestler suffered a stroke?
I know one person.
Yeah.
I know one person who can, and he is the Lifetime Achievement Award winner. I'm just going to read Dennis Mitchell. Barry, what's your take on the Troy game against Memphis? Troy 27, Memphis 24. Jerry Lawler suffered a stroke in Florida. Is back home in Memphis.
Man.
So, yeah, my take on Jerry Lawler, hope he gets better, but these guys are old now. Troy against Memphis. Love the fact that it's home.
Sure.
Memphis is one of the oldest teams I have ever encountered in all my years of collegiate sports broadcasting.
Now, old in
They-
the sense of they've been
old,
around a
just-
long time, or their roster's old?
There's some old people.
Okay.
These guys
Yeah.
aren't all returners. I mean, they're not
Gotcha.
old at Memphis.
Mhm.
They've got about 70 transfers at Memphis. They have got one guy, he's a defensive back, and he is 26 years old. 26. He's had a red shirt, a COVID year, and 2 medical hardships.
Man.
26 years old. They've got another guy who's been at 5 schools. Their quarterback played against Troy at the Vet last year for somebody else. So they are very old, very experienced, which concerns me. But I like Troy at home in this game. I think the fans will make a big difference.
Yeah, Barrett, I know Lee Sterling's going to mention this game in his lineup today. I got to tell you, I was a little surprised at this number. I thought Troy would be a little bit bigger of an underdog against Memphis. What do I know? That's why Lee Sterling comes to join us each and every Friday on the show. Of course, Lee Sterling brought to you by our good friends at Jim Massey Laundry and Cleaners with their pickup and delivery service at no extra charge, their wash, dry, and fold service that gives you more time. Let them take care of all that. Professional rug cleaning with free pickup and delivery. If it needs to be cleaned, Barry, they can do it at Jim Massey Cleaners and Laundry with locations throughout the river region.
Good morning, Lee. How are you doing?
I'm good. You were looking good at halftime.
It took a long time to get to halftime with an hour and a half delay.
How long was that game, Barry?
Yeah.
How long was that game?
Do what?
How long was the first half?
I don't know, but I can tell you the entire game took 6 hours.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It was But
how was the food? How was the food in the press box?
It was good. It was good. You must know something because it was as good as we've had before.
Oh, wow.
It was good. Yeah.
Give me a little insight. What'd you have there? Because you had plenty of time to eat.
They had prime rib sandwiches.
Wow.
I was big on the desserts because during the lull, you have to do something. Yeah. So I was eating. They had Rice Krispie treats and stuff like that. It was good. They treated us nice.
Well, I can tell you this much. There's probably, I'm an odds maker. There's probably about a 94% chance that John is not going to allow your play-by-play guy to go. He's going to probably not going to poison him. Probably give him do something to him so he can't make the game.
Yeah.
John here's that free food. John's in.
I'm definitely in, Lee. There's no doubt. I did have a kind of a bad experience in the press box. One time there was one ice cream sandwich left in the ice cream box.
Right.
And this guy reached in and got it before I was able to get my hand on it. And it's always left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
That one guy. I mean, I've got that guy's number. I'm going to pay him back one day.
Never forgets.
Hey, Lee,
you were a
I got
wide receiver, John. You probably would have beaten him to it, right?
No, this guy was more like an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he had quick hands. I'll never forget. Lee, I got to tell you, I wouldn't have expected Vanderbilt to come back like they did on the road at Virginia Tech. To me, this Vanderbilt team seems to be real. They're heading into conference play. They're in Columbia, South Carolina tomorrow, about a 5-point underdog. What about the Commodores and the Gamecocks?
Well, common opponents, they have one. Usually you got to wait until midseason to see a common opponent. It's Virginia Tech. I thought South Carolina was pretty lucky to win that game. They didn't do much in that game. They were helped with a punt return for a touchdown. How about this? In the 2 games, Lenore Sellers, in fact, the top 5 quarterbacks everyone's talking about that might go in the top 10, last week they were all laying 24 points or more. All 5 of them didn't cover the spread. So Public took a bath last week. Trust me, you don't hear anything from Vegas when they clean up and they're still counting their money until Tuesday or Wednesday. So Lenore Sellers, great athlete. I'm not sold on him yet. In fact, 2 games combined to barely throw for over 300 yards. Also last week in a very misleading 38-10 final against South Carolina State, they were outstatted 270 to 253. They had another 2 touchdown punt returns. I mean, they're living on borrowed time here. So freshman Bakari Swain is their MVP so far this year, not Lenore Sellers. I think this Vanderbilt team, I love their coaching, play calling. I'm going to take Vandy here. Wrong team favored. They win the game straight up 27-23.
Show your gold.
Yeah, show
Anchor
your
down.
gold, man. You got that. Whoo. Maybe
And you know,
dancing
they
the streets
just got
in Nashville.
they just got that belief. They got a winner at quarterback, Lee. That's a thing, right? To have
I don't think he's going to play in the NFL. He may not even get an invite. Probably he's like a CFL guy at best.
Yeah.
But sure would like to have him as my quarterback.
Yeah, his teammates seem to love him.
they do
There's
seem
no
to
doubt.
win with him. Yeah.
I've heard some rumblings out of Athens, Georgia. Don't know if I'm putting a lot of stock in it because maybe just kind of on cruise control until they get to the meat of their schedule, which begins Saturday in Knoxville and Neyland Stadium. Georgia, a favorite on the road, about a 4-point favorite at Tennessee. What about this big SEC matchup?
Well, they've dominated Tennessee. Won 8 straight, covered 7 of the 8. One of the games, I think, 3 years ago in Athens was probably Tennessee's best team. But when you run a 2x2 stretch offense, you need good weather. And that game was played in a driving rainstorm. I actually think they have the best chance they've had in a long time. Joey Aguilar is the right guy. They kind of backed into him. I mean, how they got him is a great story. He was at UCLA. As soon as he found out Nico was coming, he's like, okay, I'll go to Tennessee. So they made the better end of that exchange. And I'm not sure how good the Bulldogs are. I mean, maybe their wide receiver position is a little better than last year. They were number 1 in the country in drop passes from the receivers, 30 last year. But they beat Marshall. That's the only team they played that you would think is decent. But Marshall's head coach from last year, Huff, took his entire team to Southern Mississippi. They were gutted. I'm not a Gunnar Stockton fan. I don't think he gets a tryout, believe it or not, in the NFL. I think Tennessee breaks through 28-24.
Woo, man. There's some heat in Athens.
It's one of those games I wish both teams could lose by double digits.
Right.
That's kind of like when Auburn and Tennessee play, but that's a totally different story. They don't play as much.
I got to ask you about this one down on the peninsula where you are.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are circling Billy Napier and waiting for the axe to drop. They got a big one on the road against LSU, and LSU is favored in that one by 7.5.
So I think DJ Lagway, something's going on with him. He's wearing that white sleeve on his left leg. Missed a couple weeks of fall camp. Doesn't look like he's himself. They had 11 penalties, 103 yards. They, they had it was there for the win. In fact, clean pocket. South Florida only had 3 quarterback pressures, none from the defensive line. Got to stop settling for field goals. They beat LSU last year. Turned out, I thought Billy Napier was a half away from being fired. They were 4-5, losing a half to LSU. He loses that game. He doesn't make it to Monday. I think this is a circle game for LSU. This is the game these kids want, even more than Alabama. That knocked them out of the college football playoffs here. Death Valley, I mean, they will swallow you whole here if you cannot execute and you are not disciplined here. I think revenge for LSU here. Goodbye, Sunbelt Billy.
Ooh.
I like LSU, 30-14.
So, Lee.
That's the first time I'd ever heard that phrase was from Lee Sterling.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Are there a lot of Gator fans in South Florida, in the Miami area? And are they rumbling as much as I'm hearing coming out of Northwest Florida?
Oh, yeah. They're all over. They're all of Tampa, huge there in Orlando, but a lot in Miami also. It's it is the state university, also in Florida State, but they're fans all over. Remember, Miami's a private school, less than 10,000 students. So they're certainly not happy right now. And they got Florida, Texas, and Texas A&M on deck. He starts 1-5. He won't make it to the 7th game.
All right, we talked about it. Early kick tomorrow down in Troy as the Trojans are hosting Memphis. Was I on mark? Should Memphis be a bigger favorite here?
You know what? I don't think so. I think that Troy beat themselves with turnovers and penalties. I think that quarterback of revenge-seeking Troy, Goose Crowder, eventually shelved him for the season 2 games later last year. And I think that Memphis's offense met with just little resistance, teams they played so far here. So I think this is a nice spot here for Troy. I think their skill players much better than I thought. Running backs, receivers, why not? Troy straight up 24-23. Yep.
They have a history of beating some bigger name programs down there. Lee, I actually saw them beat Missouri down there one night. So, yeah, they got that going for them. I'm with you. Okay, another example of a game in which Alabama is a double-digit favorite. Lucky for them, they're at home because as double-digit favorites on the road, as we know, they don't fare too well. Laying close to 3 touchdowns against Big Ten opponent Wisconsin tomorrow. What do you think about this game?
They're going to get right again. Second straight week here. Wisconsin doesn't have that classic running game anymore. Danny O'Neal's their quarterback from San Diego State. He was 14 for 30 for 155 yards and 2 interceptions. Roll Tide here, 38-10. Anyone wants to get involved? How about this? Game of the week?
Yeah.
Notre Dame and Texas A&M. First 5 callers get it for free. Call 800-400-9741 and our 50-unit max wager. Biggest play in 3 years going this weekend. ParamountSports.com, guys.
There you go.
The phone's already ringing, Lee. We got to let you go.
Appreciate you, Lee. Thanks a bunch.
Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Check him out, ParamountSports.com. Always love having Lee on with us. And don't you love it, Barry, when the phone's ringing while we got our guest on the air with us? It's awesome.
800-400-9741 or ParamountSports.com. Coming up in just a little bit, the Phantom will join us with his Phantom 4. And in less than an hour, we'll talk with Ralph Michaels from Wager Talk and the Gold Sheet. We are about to close out our first live hour on the program when we come back on Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Stivers Ford of Montgomery has F-150s over $16,000 off plus 2.9%. And your last chance for a tax credit on Lightnings. $17,000 in savings or 0% or $349 a month with 0 down.
Stivers Ford, where price sells Fords.
Stivers Ford of Montgomery has Broncos under $35,000. Bronco Sports under $24,000. Rockies under $29,000 or $299 a month with 0 down. And new Explorers $10,000 off or 2.9%.
Stivers Ford, where price sells Fords.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Extra, extra. The referral perks just doubled at Dixie. Now through November 30th, get $50 for you and $50 off for your friend when you refer them to Dixie. That's a $100 value. Current Dixie customers get 10% off any repair just for being loyal. Dixie Cares Plan members get an unbeatable 20% off. Plus, you can finance anything over $250. Double the rewards, double the savings.
All right, welcome back in. A couple of minutes to the top of the hour. Barry wanted to mention something because we just played it. And I believe our friend Jason Jones down in Troy bought an F-150 here at Stivers.
Yeah.
The electric version.
Yeah, the EV.
The EV.
Loves it.
Yes.
He drives a pretty good bit for business, especially down to South Alabama, where he's got a couple of new stores. And he said it just made sense for him. Loved the experience. Loved the price, loved the deal he got. As a matter of fact, Dee and I ran into him at a restaurant in Troy. He was actually driving, I think it was his parents around. They was giving them a ride around in his vehicle and stopped off to eat. Loved it. Loved the experience and the whole deal.
Reason I bring it up, Eric, here at Stivers. 2025 F-150 STX 4x4s. That's the version we're talking about.
Yes.
Sign and drive lease, just $4.99 a month. But this is very important. This is the last month to take advantage of the federal tax credit for EV vehicles. So what are you waiting on? You better go out, come on out, let the folks at Stivers show you around, because those tax credits, when October 1 rolls in, not there anymore. Take advantage of those tax credits right here, right now in the month of September with the STX Lightning version of the F-150 or any of the EV vehicles that they have here at Stivers.
Jason's listening to us right now, probably on Spotify, as he's driving to Dothan in his Lightning right now. So,
yes, love that.
Yeah.
You know, Barry, I'm all in on taking advantage of tax credits, really any kind of credit. You know, maybe, you know, I'm the kind of guy that goes, hey, we got to take advantage of this before the month is up. Because if the month comes up and I go, how did I miss that? I'm kicking myself.
Yes.
For missing out on an opportunity. Don't be that guy. Take advantage of the great deals on all the vehicles here at Stivers. And also check it out at stiversonline.com. So many people do that, Barry. Their sales associates here can certainly communicate with you via the internet. Of course, during COVID, that was very popular.
That was big.
But people outside the river region can certainly take advantage of the great selection and the great deals here at Stivers in Montgomery at stiversonline.com.
How many times have we seen people? I mean, we've been here and we've seen people or heard people. They come into Kelly, who runs the place here, and they say, hey, man, we just drove up from Bonifay. I remember Bonifay because somebody actually did it. I was here when they did. Hey, I came over from Live Oak, or I came up from New Orleans or something to pick up a vehicle that I saw online. And Stivers is more than just the river region. They sell more than anybody, and there are people all over the country. Face it.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense financially to spend a couple extra gallons for gasoline when you're saving thousands of dollars on a vehicle right here.
I mean, think about it, Barry. From how many Ford dealerships do you think you pass on the way from New Orleans to Montgomery? Well, I know there's some in New Orleans.
Yeah.
There's some in Slidell once you cross the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge.
Right.
There's that big group of dealerships in Biloxi right there on I-10. There's a Ford dealer there. Obviously, there's one in Mobile, one in Pensacola. And then coming up 65, you know, Evergreen, Greenville. I mean, you're passing a ton of dealerships to get right here where it really is happening at Stivers in Montgomery. So check it out, stiversonline.com. Or better yet, just come on up and see us. They'd love to talk with you and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in at a price that you want as well.
Well, coming up in just a bit is the Phantom.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out. And it's not just my buddy Gunner and the entire Whetstone family. They're all honorary Dog Pound members. I mean, they do a dog check every Sunday when the Browns play. Love the Browns. They had to unfortunately get rid of the number 24 jersey because Nick Chubb went to the Texans. But I mean, big time Browns. So Gunner, don't pay attention to this. But are they really doing this? Is this really happening? Are the Browns playing on Sunday at the Ravens, and the Ravens, while the Browns are in town, are staging a 30-year anniversary celebration of the year when Art Modell, the Browns owner, took the Browns in the middle of the night out of Cleveland and relocated them to Baltimore? Are they did they really wait to have the celebration of when they stole the original Browns franchise and replanted them in Baltimore? Did they really wait until the Cleveland Browns were in town before deciding to have the big party and blow out the candles and, you know, light the streamers and all that kind of the sparklers and stuff? That's bad taste, isn't it? That's bad.
It is. But
that's like this year is the 15th anniversary of the Comeback game.
No way.
15 years.
No way.
The comeback game. Now, Auburn, they play Alabama this year. They play Alabama this year.
Something in the 50s, they're making them play each other.
Yeah, they're playing in Jordan-Hare.
Yeah.
That's like having a celebration of the comeback game. They're inviting, who was it, Mark Ingram, for the honorary football roll down the sidelines and not have it go out of bounds.
Trent Richardson dropping a pass at the 20, and there was nobody.
Trent, you come over here, we'll throw you a pass, and you'll drop it, and the crowd will go crazy and all that. It's kind of like that, wouldn't it? You know, hey, let's get the. When are we going to have our 30th anniversary celebration of when the Browns lit out under cover of darkness to move the franchise to Baltimore? Hey, guys, how about this? Let's have it when the Browns come to town.
So I'm just thinking on the fly here.
Sure. And I sprung this on him. There was no advance notice.
Now, my recollection, and I'm just thinking there again, I'm thinking on the fly.
It was a long time ago.
Was it not the Indianapolis Colts that left, Baltimore coach that left and went to Indianapolis?
Yeah, the Colts left
and
went to Indianapolis.
And so then Art Modell
went from Cleveland
to Baltimore.
Then maybe it was the Colts who left Baltimore in the middle of the night. Or maybe they both did. I don't know.
Yeah. The Baltimore Colts left, I believe, in the middle of the night. Moving vans and stuff.
Bob Irsay was the owner.
But moving vans and stuff. So they get to Indianapolis. Baltimore ends up getting them. Were they an expansion team, or was it? Because I'm thinking, didn't Cleveland?
Cleveland, the original franchise, the original Brian Sipe and Otto Graham and Jim Brown. They moved to Cleveland, and I want to say, the Browns fans woke up the next morning. They're like,
"Really?
What?
Huh?
They're gone?
Yeah.
They're not here anymore? Bad juju.
Yeah, it really was.
Juju.
Kind of like when the Rams left. People in LA didn't really care, though.
The Rams,
out there. Now they got two teams.
Yeah, it's like the Raiders.
Yeah.
When they left Oakland to go to Los Angeles and then came back to Oakland and they welcomed,
what franchise has moved the most? You got to think the Raiders. The Rams did go to
the Rams began in Cleveland in the 1940s or something. They were the Cleveland Rams before moving to Los Angeles, then to St. Louis, then back to Los Angeles, and the fans are cool with it.
Yeah.
Sure, come on
no
back.
Big deal.
Okay,
so Barry, we're rolling into hour number 2.
Yes.
I do see that there's a little fanfare going on out in the parking lot, getting ready for the next segment, the next guest on the program, as they say here.
There he comes.
So I guess maybe I'll slide out. We'll put the Phantom panel on the screen so everybody gets ready with their pen, their paper. Maybe they want to get their phone ready.
Yeah, there's already people out there with pen and paper, but they're getting autographs. So he'll be in just a moment. Once again, Friday, football season, 8 o'clock Central Time. Once again, we are pleased, proud, and honored to be joined by the Phantom.
Oh, boy. Man, look at that screen. Love that. That's kind of a distinct logo there on the screen. It's, black and white, bold, knows what's happening. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Thanks for the panel. All right.
There you go.
We'll go back to the main screen, and here we are back at Stivers Ford, Barry. It is the Phantom 4. We'll go ahead and tell you, started out week 1 really well. Last week, not so good. We're 500 going into this week.
Yep.
We are 4-4 on the year with the Phantom 4. We'll let you know last night, our Phantom's daily dog. The dog, I think the dog got hit by a car because we were catching 3.5 with Washington. 18 plus 3.5 is not greater than 27.
The math is no.
Math doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So
Packers looked really good, particularly on defense. Yeah. I kind of thought it was in bad taste for the Packer fans to start chanting, "Thank you, Jerry," for having Micah Parsons
Yeah.
After
So
the win.
it was
Yeah,
tough.
yeah. So,
but
okay,
you
that
know,
was
Barry,
the Phantoms'
Daily
daily
dog
dog from yesterday. That was
now, we had 3 wins going into last night. So we're guaranteed a winning week no matter what happens today. Just letting you know. But we're not living on that. We're going for a win. We want to have a 4 out of 5 week.
Again, all of it brought to you by our friends at River Region Straw. Call or text Kenny at 669-5959 for all of your pine straw needs. And it's going to get to be fall pretty soon. Get a full supply of that premium aged firewood in there. They can take care of you with 3 different locations to serve you. Montgomery over there in Chantilly, in Prattville by the viaduct, and a new location. Well, it's not new anymore. They've been around for a good little while now and been highly successful over in Auburn.
Very successful. You're right about that. So with also that seasoned firewood, Barry, with the cooler nights coming up, and you're going to want to have a fire in your home or maybe on your outside patio. Kenny's got plenty of seasoned firewood for you. So give him a call or text 669-5959. So last night, the Daily Dog, we did have a loser. So the Daily Dog tonight, Barry, is in college football. And not a long list of games tonight. Still don't know why they play college football on a Friday.
There's
but
a good number of them.
But, Barry, we're going to go out west to the desert, kind of in the area where our man Tobias hangs out. Tobias has already been on the River Region chat line today, I see.
We also get this on the River Region Straw chat line. It's a very good question. Chris the Bammer, the Moon, says, is this just for fun? This is purely for entertainment purposes only. We do not condone any type of illegal gambling at all. Now, the opportunities for illegal gambling are getting smaller and smaller as gambling becomes legalized in many states, just not in the states from which we come to you.
I don't know what these people are thinking about over here. I go from state to state to state, Barry. It's just amazing when I pop here in Alabama. It's a little different. So,
all of them released in order of kickoff time.
Well, that'll be when we get to the Phantom 4.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Because those games will all be tomorrow. But today's single Daily Dog.
Oh, the Daily Dog today.
The Daily Dog today, Barry, is out in Arizona, where the Wildcats of Arizona are hosting the Wildcats of Kansas State.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
I wonder if they meant to do that.
There are a couple of Wildcats going at it today. Arizona at home as an underdog. Arizona's catching 1.5, hosting Kansas State. We like the home dog here, Barry.
No kidding.
Arizona,
have you seen Kansas State?
Yeah, come on. Woof. I believe this game's on Fox.
It is.
Tonight.
Jason Benetti, Robert Griffin III, Alexa Landestoy. That's the same crew that broadcast the Auburn-Baylor game.
Sure did.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
There you go.
So Arizona, Tucson or Tempe? Tucson.
It's in Tucson. Proud home of my niece, Georgia. Who is a sophomore at the University of Arizona.
Well, there's another reason to take them tonight.
Yep, she's awesome.
Not real far from the border, if I'm not mistaken. Tucson's pretty close to the border.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, but hey, no problem with the border anymore. More on that later. Okay, so there you have it. Last night's Daily Dog, today's Daily Dog.
Yes.
So now it is the Phantom 4 presented by our friends at River Region Straw. Give Kenny a call or text 669-5959 for all of your landscaping needs, your pine straw, beautiful pine straw, and of course that seasoned firewood.
Blakey points out you should trust the beauty of one of your top possessions, your home, with Central Alabama's best and biggest pine straw provider.
Okay, here we have it. Also, you already touched on it, Barry. It's very important. We do not condone any type of illegal gambling.
No.
None. So do with these what you want.
Yes.
Leaving it at that.
All right.
That's what
in order of kickoff.
That's what our legal team tells us we have to say.
That's exactly right. This is called a disclaimer. And they're all equal value.
Correct.
Just in terms of kickoff time. Don't do like son number 4, number 5, and say, hey, we're going to the game tomorrow. Woo. Hey, do you know what time it kicks off? No. 11 in the morning.
Boys, you need to know stuff like that.
There we go.
Okay,
Always
Barry.
important. Start them young on that. Kickoff time is important.
Got to know the kickoff times. Here we go.
All right.
Our first game tomorrow in the Phantom 4. presented by River Region Strong. Kicks off at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. early on ESPN.
All right. I think we're going to what they call the flats.
The flats?
Yes.
Interesting. Well,
Yes.
if the flats are in Atlanta, that's where we're headed.
That's where we're headed.
Yeah. Clemson -3 at Georgia Tech tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yep. Bobby Dodd Stadium at Hyundai Field in Atlanta. ESPN Bob Wachuzin.
Yep.
Gesundheit. Lewis Riddick and Chris Budden on the call.
Yeah. Right there off I-85.
Yes, right there.
Yeah. All right. Clemson has won each of the last 9 meetings, covering 8 of those 9. The Tigers defense forced Jackets quarterback Haynes King into one of his worst games of his career as he went 13 of 31 through the air with 4 interceptions. Yeah.
He's a good player.
He wasn't
he
that
couldn't
day.
figure that
Yeah.
out that night.
That was tough.
Yeah.
All right. All eyes will once again be on Haynes King tomorrow after he missed last week's game against Gardner Webb with a nagging foot injury. Nagging foot injury.
Yeah.
To me, nagging injuries are like groin injuries.
Yeah, like a toothache
Yeah.
or yeah.
Is a foot injury nagging? I don't know. Maybe
Groin
it is.
injury definitely.
Oh, you better believe it. All right. After Clemson got a scare last week from Troy, they will be fully focused on the Yellow Jackets and the remainder of the ACC schedule that's in front of them.
Okay.
And win this game by 12. Lay that 3. Dabo ain't fooling around. They beat Georgia Tech on the road tomorrow morning by 12. Clemson -3, take them.
Trying to make a statement.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
1 down, 3 to go. Our next game is at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon on ABC. I'm saying 2:30, Barry, unless the game in front of it on ABC goes to overtime, maybe a lightning delay. I don't think there's going to be a weather issue tomorrow.
You fans know what that's like.
Yeah.
For the all that is holy, can you please just get to our game?
Sure. But Barry, I will say this. If the game preceding the game at 2:30 on ABC does go to overtime, the home team fan base is not going to be happy.
Yes. This one is ABC, where Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Holly Rowe will be at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville.
I believe game day's there tomorrow as well. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All that orange.
It's tough to watch, I can tell you. Yep, 2:30, ABC, Georgia -4 on the road, a road favorite in Knoxville tomorrow.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Georgia?
You know, Georgia's been catching a lot of crud lately.
Maybe if they wipe their nose.
Yeah, maybe they need a tissue. But, you know, I'm not ready to downgrade this Georgia team because they didn't run the score up against a couple of tomato cans, inferior opposition. I mean, fans out there thinking they ought to be putting 73 on the board. I find that a little tacky, Barry. Putting 73 on the board.
I'm always ready to downgrade Georgia.
Now,
any chance I get.
I got to tell you, when I ran the numbers, I'm thinking this game ought to be closer to a touchdown. But it's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia has won each of the last 8 meetings, going 7-1 against the spread. The Dogs earned a 31-17 home win as a 7.5-point favorite last season, outgaining the Vols by 140 yards.
Oh, I remember that.
You remember that game?
Could have been more.
Sure could have. Georgia outscored Tennessee 31-7 in the game's final 3 quarters after Tennessee jumped out to a 10-0 lead. No sweat, nothing to see here, no big deal. We're coming back. They play 4 quarters. Look for the same thing to happen here tomorrow in Knoxville. Okay, Tennessee might jump out to an early lead. Crowd gets whipped into a frenzy. They're playing Rocky Top over and over and over and over again. Look, I'll go quiet them down. Not worried about that. Lay the 4. We're taking Georgia to win at Tennessee by more than a touchdown. So if you notice, Barry, the first 2 selections are road favorites.
Interesting.
Let's see what happens with our final 2.
Number 3.
This game, Barry, kicks off tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. 6 p.m.
There's some good ones.
ESPN.
Okay.
Arkansas at Ole Miss, where the Rebels are laying 7.5.
At Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Dave Pash, Dusty Dvorak, and Taylor McGregor.
Yeah.
Which is actually 2 golf.
You're right about that.
Taylor McGregor. It's ESPN. Again, scheduled to start at 6 if the game ahead of them doesn't, take too long and all that. Okay, yeah.
Barry, got a little trivia for you. What professional golfer's name were on McGregor golf clubs?
Ben Hogan?
Good guess. Hogan had his own line.
Oh, that's right.
Had some Hogan Apex. I had Apex Director. Ooh, what was that 3rd series of Hogan irons? Somebody let me know that. Apex Director, I can't think of the 3rd. Anyway, Jack Nicklaus. Nicklaus played McGregor, and before he had his own line of golf clubs, McGregor had the Jack Nicklaus signature on their golf clubs.
Which are you more excited about? The kickoff of Arkansas and Ole Miss, or the Phantom getting to the pick after giving you a bit of Jack Nicklaus McGregor trivia?
The Golden Bear.
The Golden Bear.
I buried last season when Arkansas and Ole Miss got together.
Yeah.
Rebel quarterback Jackson Dart threw for a whopping 515 passing yards and led the Rebels in rushing in that game. This guy did it all.
I had no idea. How did I not remember that?
How about that? Of course, Ole Miss won and covered the game last year.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Jackson Dart's not playing for Ole Miss anymore. As a matter of fact, he's about to be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, for the New York Giants. He's going to be in East Rutherford. He ain't in Oxford walking through that door.
No, he's not. Arkansas, Bear, you might not know this either, has scored 50-plus points in their first 2 games.
I did not know that.
Yep. And quarterback Talon Green has 10 touchdown passes. Woo! They can get it going. A second season with offensive coordinator Bobby Petrino. It's making a difference. It is making a big difference. How about this one, though?
All right.
The Razorbacks, 6-1 against the spread as a road underdog since 2023.
Thank you, Sam Pittman.
Woo,
wow.
Pig Suey. They are covering in Oxford tomorrow night. Grab the 7.5. Take Arkansas plus the points in Oxford.
All right.
Wow,
that to me, that's the best pick on the sheet so far. How about that?
Last game of the Phantom 4 for week 3, presented by River Region Straw. We're going to go to South Bend, Indiana. NBC, 6:30 tomorrow night.
Golden Dome, touchdown Jesus.
Yes.
My partner normally just has a moment of reverential pause there.
We're going quad box tomorrow night, Barry. We got too many good games.
So what do we got? 6:30 NBC, Noah Eagle, Todd Blackledge, Catherine Tappan.
Yeah.
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
How can Texas A&M play Notre Dame? And
well, Barry, I can give you about 13 other schools in the SEC that have played Notre Dame. I'll give you 3 that hadn't. Anyway.
We digress.
Maybe just 2 had. Hey, speaking of quad box tomorrow night, I need to go quad box tomorrow with Auburn, Alabama, and Troy. Who's the 4th game? Who should I put in the 4th slot tomorrow for my quad box?
Clemson, Georgia Tech.
There we have it. I got it set. Clemson, Georgia Tech, Troy, Memphis, Auburn, South, and Alabama, Wisconsin. That's my quad box tomorrow.
But at 6:30, the Phantom is going to be parked in front of the TV for Texas A&M Notre Dame from right below Touchdown Jesus.
That's right.
Notre Dame Stadium.
It's true.
Okay.
You know what, Barry? You probably know this. Notre Dame had a bye week last week. They didn't play.
They did not play.
They did not play. As they're preparing for SEC juggernaut Texas A&M to show up, the Aggies going to be a tough out here. Their quarterback, Marcel Reed.
He's been promising.
Yeah, that's a good word to put, promising. Well, how about this? I say he poses an interesting threat for this Irish team because the Aggies are averaging over 5 yards per carry on the ground.
Oh.
Through their 2 games so far, the Aggies have been able to move the ball on the ground.
Likes a strong ground game.
Interesting threat, similar to promising.
Yes, interesting.
Interesting threat. Keep that in mind. Barry, this looks to me to be a heavyweight bout. Going to be a lot of, dancing around the ring, couple of jabs to the midsection. I don't see any knockout blows.
No haymakers?
I don't see that. I think this is a judge's decision when the fight's over. A heavyweight bout that's going to go down to the wire. The team that has the ball last at the end of the game is going to win it. In a close one, we are taking the Aggies of Texas A&M plus the 6.5 in a game that Notre Dame might win it, but they're not covering 6.5 against this Mike Elko coached Aggie team.
In the nicer, more touchy-feely world of the Phantom, if Texas A&M covers, it's okay with him if they go ahead and win the game outright.
Sure,
no doubt. They take care of him first, then they can do what they need to do.
People say it's insensitive, Barry, but let me make it a little clearer for you and the viewing and listening audience. If Texas A&M doesn't cover, we want Notre Dame to beat them by 4 touchdowns.
Bad.
Now, Phantom, that's very selfish of you, is it? I mean, you think the window's selfish? Man, that was a tough one. Hate it for you. Man, I hate that you got to rip that ticket up. That's not a winner. No.
Who wants to hear that?
No.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Shut up.
Yeah. Hey, man, this is a dog-eat-dog world out here. You got to get yours.
There's been weekends where the Phantom has worn pork chop underwear.
Woo, man, oh, man.
This is not one of those weekends.
No, it
Time
isn't.
for a recap. Here we go. This is a great card.
Got to get up early tomorrow. I know you are anyway. 11 o'clock in Atlanta tomorrow. Clemson gets right. Tired of fooling around. Beat Georgia Tech on the road by 12. 2:30 tomorrow afternoon in Rocky Top in Knoxville, Tennessee. Georgia's a favorite there as well. Don't matter. Georgia wins again against Tennessee by a touchdown. Saturday night in Oxford, Mississippi. Woo, you think the Grove will be hopping all day tomorrow? Night games in Oxford?
Yep, man.
Woo.
The crystal goblets will be clinking.
You better believe it. Arkansas catching 7.5 on the road. Love it. Putting that 7.5 in my pocket, and we're going to cash that ticket with the Hogs covering against Ole Miss. And then at 6:30 tomorrow night in South Bend, Indiana, we like A&M. They will cover the game. Don't be surprised if they win it. They'll cover the game, and if they do win it, Barry, there is a sports writer in this area that needs to give A&M a little love if they go to South Bend and win the game.
Never going to do it. Never has, never will. Philip, I don't know what they've ever done to you. Maybe they towed your car or something like that. All right, there we go.
That's it.
That's our recap. All brought to you by Kenny and the staff at River Region Straw for the best premium long needle pine straw. Also, some tinted pine straw. They also offer that. They have got everything. Color enhanced straw at River Region Straw and that premium aged firewood as well.
Barry, I've already put some wood in my fireplace anticipating that first cool night. I'm ready.
All you got to do is light the match.
Yeah. That's it. Just like, and look, here's another thing. if that big, those big lighters that'll flex on you, you have the long
yeah.
if that big lighter's been sitting outside or even inside all year and you think that thing's going to work when you want to light that fire for the first time, ain't going to happen. Go get you a new lighter, a fresh one, so you won't be sitting there going, honey, we got any matches? Nope, threw them all away.
The worst is to have that happen. And then, honey, this bleepity bleep lighter is not working. And she'll walk over and click it, and boom, flames everywhere.
Isn't it funny how that happens? I've had that happen too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the Phantom. A little bit later on, Ralph Michaels from Wager talking the Gold Sheet as we broadcast from Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway in Montgomery, Alabama. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Known by avid golfers as one of the most beautiful and challenging stops on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, Cambrian Ridge in Greenville lies just 40 miles from Montgomery. It is well worth the ride for any golfer looking for 27 holes of jaw-dropping golf. The greens have been redesigned to accommodate the higher green speeds associated with their installation of the latest generation of Ultra Dwarf Bermuda grass. Cambrian Ridge offers a fully stocked pro shop with all the latest equipment and apparel. Great food and beverages in the clubhouse can be enjoyed both before and after your round. Get your group together and hit the trail. Go to rtjgolf.com/Cambrian Ridge for tee times and more information.
Building your finances doesn't happen by chance. It takes guidance tailored to your needs. That's what Synovus provides. Advice from experts you can trust. Solutions for your day-to-day life. So when it's time to make decisions, you can do so with confidence, knowing you're closer to the future you want. From basic banking to financial planning. Let's discuss what's next. Visit a Synovus branch near you. Call 888-SYNOVUS or visit synovus.com/get there to get started.
Why Hands? At Hands Heating and Air, you get this area's highest ranked service provider with 24-hour repair service, no overtime charges, and their same-day service guarantee. Plus, instead of other companies' 30-day repair warranty, Hands gives you a 3-year repair warranty. Hands Heating and Air is here for you 24/7, 365. And service is not just something they do, it's their way of operating, for you in mind. All of Hands employees are trained to adhere to this standard. They work hard to ensure that this standard is maintained, and they are constantly looking for new ways to better serve you. Call Hands Heating and Air today at 508-5382. That's 508-5382, or find them on the web at 834hands.com.
Back here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where Price sells cars, here on the Eastern Boulevard where it meets the Troy Highway. You can't miss it. And a lot going on out here at Stivers, Barry. Obviously, there's just so many vehicles for you to choose from in front of the dealership, on the sides, in the rear of the dealership. Obviously, we've been kind of hitting at the construction that's going on here near the dealership as well. Some big, exciting things coming up that we're going to be telling you about in the weeks to come. But, you're here to purchase that vehicle, to get that great deal. Price sells cars, but they got the selection for you as well, Barry. So whatever color or trim level that you're looking for, or model type, whether you want a 4x4, a 2x4, two-door, four-door, whatever it may be, they have the inventory right here for you to see today.
No cab, extended cab, everything you want. Because of the expansion, there's going to be more room for new vehicles. That means more of an advantage for you, the car buyer. So it's only getting better here at Stivers. But make your deal right now while the selection is at its absolute best at Stivers Ford Lincoln on the Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery.
If you noticed, the Phantom did not talk about Auburn, Alabama, or Troy in his selections today, which is fine. He's looking for some winners. He's looking to cash.
There are some people, just absolutely have to bet Auburn or Alabama.
You're right, which we've told you don't. So we're going to go over these three games. Here's the way I see it. Okay. And you might not can comment on this. You're like Herb Street when he's doing the game and he doesn't pick the game that he's covering. I find it very suspicious that Memphis isn't laying more than 4 points, 3.5, 4 points.
Memphis has been all that. They've been one of the most successful non-power 4 teams in the country over the last 8 or 9 years. They've blown out their first 2 opponents.
Yep.
So what do you read into this?
And you talked about the veteran team.
Yes, old guys.
I'm a big proponent of teams with a lot of experience and veterans and age, if you will. But Barry, something smells here. And I've seen what Troy's done in the first 2 weeks. We talked about what they, having Goose Crowder back, I think, is huge. Got to keep him healthy.
Yep.
Got some depth in some positions, but I like the way they played the first 2 weeks. But I'm still saying they should be a bigger underdog here. They're not. Vegas knows something. I don't know what they know, but Vegas knows something. The Trojans getting the 4. I'm grabbing that because something's a little suspicious here. Early game at the Vet, like how it's setting up. Auburn against South Alabama. To me, this is a game Auburn's definitely going to win. I'm just not sure they're going to cover the spread here. Certainly have the opportunity to, but I think there's some things that are in South Alabama's favor. Auburn's first big home game was last week. They revealed the new scoreboard in the north end zone. The light show, was phenomenal. I saw the video of it, the music. It was exciting. The fans were all worked up. Night game. Tomorrow, early game, before lunchtime. Fans are a little lethargic. The teams can be that way too.
Yes.
We know what Auburn has next week and the week after. A couple of road games against some really good SEC teams back to back. I just think Auburn could be a little flat here tomorrow. Win the game, don't cover the spread. Tuscaloosa.
Auburn fans ain't going to be happy.
They're not going to cover every game. That's just not going to happen. This is one of those.
Alabama?
This is one of these that I think.
Take my advice.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But I'm thinking this could be one of those situations. Oh, also, don't forget. Oh, by the ways. You know what those are? Hey, man, see where Auburn won the game? Yeah, I did. But oh, by the way.
Yeah, they played their third team offense against South Alabama's second team defense.
Yeah. Third team
against
threw a pick
Auburn's
six
second team defense, and
they got trotted into the end zone as the clock expired and got it under that 24 and a half. Ugh. All right, Bama on the other hand.
Joe Tessitore.
Doing Bama?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jesse Palmer, Katie George.
Yeah. Okay. That right there sends you a signal. That ought to tell you something, Barry.
Yeah, that'll be the most stupendous game in the history of collegiate football. Roll Tide versus Whiskey here today.
That was the same trio of announcers that did the game in Tallahassee. Now, people might be suspicious. They might look at that and go, oh, there's a problem. I'm going to let you figure that out yourself.
Okay.
But I did, when I heard that 11 o'clock ESPN, I went, uh-oh, Joe Tess and the crew. But, Barry, I can't trust this Alabama team. I'm not trusting this team to lay 3 touchdowns. I know they're at home. I get it. But they played La Mo last week. That's like playing.
It's on their schedule.
It's
Don't
like
blame
playing
them for
Capitol
that.
Heights. I'm not even sure that's even a school anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure ULM is either, to be honest.
They were terrible. So, and I think they've kind of tapped it down a little bit. They're not getting all giddy and, rolling the tree. Oh, that's somewhere else. I just can't trust this team to give up 3 touchdowns. And I know Wisconsin's got their second team quarterback. I told you back in the summer, I don't think Wisconsin's going to be very good. I still don't think they are. They ain't played anybody either. Played Miami of Ohio and Middle Tennessee, I believe.
Yep.
So they haven't really been tested. But I'm just not comfortable laying 3 touchdowns to a big team. I just not do. I can't. Bama, they're going to win the game, but I'm not sure they're covering 3 scores.
Oh. Tim and Hart never won fair lady. That's what they said in all the old Errol Flynn movies. Come on.
That's where I see it.
Oh.
So
they ain't going to be happy with Kalen in that. Not covering against the Badgers? Come on.
If they win by 17, are they going to be happy? I would think so. If they win by 7, probably not going to be too happy. Better than losing by 7. But I know what they want. They want a blowout. They want a little exposure. They want a little recognition. I just don't see it. I'm not trusting Auburn or Alabama to cover the spread tomorrow. I just think the scenarios, what's going on, got to see it. Really, do you want to blow Wisconsin out, Barry?
Yeah.
By 4 touchdowns and be all happy and giddy. And guess who's coming up on the next game? 2 weeks from now.
Show it
2 weeks from tomorrow.
Get it going.
So Bama fan.
You can't sleepwalk through the first month and say, hey, big, that was good. I'm glad, wait till Georgia. Yeah, kid's done well. Wait till Georgia. I don't know. We need to shape things up before we get to Georgia.
I don't think you want to win by 4 touchdowns. Then you know how these Bama fans are, Barry. They get a little giddy, and they come out of the woodwork, and they've forgotten about Florida State. We're back. We look great, yada, yada. Reading their press clippings, they go to Athens. Womp, 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 womp. So I just think you still got to play a little bit more close to the vest. I think Auburn will as well. So will the Tide. So if you want to bet on those 2 teams, this is a TV opinion.
TV opinion, yeah. Don't hold them to it.
I don't think either one of them cover. I am looking for Troy to cover. I will say that.
The question is from Plainsman Preston. Does Bama get a week off before Georgia? They do.
Yes, they do, Preston.
Yeah.
That's kind of been the case every time they played, it seems like. Also, Barry, they get a week off before they play LSU. We never seen that before. Bama LSU with an off week? But they both have the week off. All right, when we come back.
Yes, our guy.
Yes, Ralph Michaels from Wager Talk and the Goal Sheet. He's hopping on as he does each and every Friday with us. Looking forward to seeing what Ralph has to say. Maybe he'll disagree with some of my selections. We'll see.
I hope so. Yeah, he's next. Longshore and McKnight broadcasting live from Stivers Ford Lincoln, Easton Boulevard at the Troy Highway in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
The Destin Connection Seafood Market offers the freshest seafood direct from the Gulf of Mexico with deliveries daily. Snapper, grouper, pompano, flounder, copia, along with medium, large, and jumbo shrimp, hand-picked crab meat, and chucked oysters. They can even cook your order for easy, quick pickup. The Destin Connection can make a po' boy with any of their seafood items that folks in New Orleans rave about. Go by and see them at 3750 Norman Bridge Road or call 288-4272 for pickup orders.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Local banking expertise, the newest innovations and technology, personal attention, genuine hospitality. It's all just part of the Riverbank and Trust difference. They invite you to experience it for yourself. Welcome to banking above and beyond at Riverbank and Trust. Locations throughout the River region, locations throughout the state of Alabama. Riverbank and Trust.
Okay, back at it here live on this beautiful Friday, live at Stivers Ford, where Price sells cars. Barry, I want to remind everybody, you might already be in bed because you got to get up early tomorrow. What time's y'all's pregame start?
9 o'clock.
9
which
o'clock.
Means I got to be there about 6:30.
So I don't know if you're going to be up at 10:15 tonight, but if you are, I hope you'll tune into CBS 8 for Lace Up.
Yeah.
Lindsey Bonner and myself will be, of course, previewing all the big games tomorrow. Troy and Memphis, Auburn and South Alabama, Alabama and Wisconsin. Selected other games as well. Full recap of all the high school action tonight as well. Lace Up at 10:15 on CBS 8. 20 minutes of fast-paced, action-packed football. Make sure you check it out tonight. Lace Up on CBS 8. All right. Ralph Michaels, Wager Talk, and the Gold Sheet here with us as he is each and every Friday. Got a big smile on his face. Ralph, looks like you've had a good week. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, my apologies for logging in late. My secretary, her name is Siri, by the way, somehow screwed up my alarm on my phone. It's so funny how when you get busy working, everything has to be set on my phone for my alarm or I'd miss every meeting. So somehow I screwed up the alarm, or if Siri screwed it up. I'm not quite sure.
No problem. You're all good. We're just glad to have you.
So, here we are. We have got a vast array of opportunities in front of us. NFL is into its second week. College football began yesterday. Let's talk a little bit about, first of all, last week for you and maybe some trends for this week to look at.
Last week, I pretty much split out. I went 2-0 in the NFL. Happy to hear that. I did lose. I had Washington last night, so I was the wrong side of that night. But,
I did too. I had to skip through, yeah.
One thing I want to bring up, about the NFL is that, I give a lot of wow numbers here, and these aren't wow numbers, but they're significant enough to make sure they're in your thought process for NFL week 2. It's that simple. It's only for this week. Teams that lost in week 1 are 55% against the spread the last 5 years. Teams that won in week 1 are 44.8% in week number 2. So, the NFL is a league of parity. Sometimes it's that easy where, again, it's not gonna say I'm gonna play all these teams, but certainly those teams get check marks when you look it up. So, in a team that lost versus the team that won in that matchup where we have the 55% on both sides, they are 57.5%. And if the team that lost is now a small away dog up to +6, they are 73% against the spread.
Wow.
Atlanta, Kansas City, New Orleans, Seattle, and Tennessee are those teams off a loss versus a team off a win as a small away dog. So keep an eye on them.
Yeah, no kidding. Someone, one of our viewers asked us right when you came on, do you find it harder to handicap college football over the NFL, or is it vice versa?
I find college much easier after the first 2 or 3 weeks. Obviously, going in to college football week 0 and week 1, I used to trust my power ratings incredibly. Now with the transfer portal and all these new people switching, we brought it up. Florida State, Alabama. We knew Florida State had probably the most experienced O-line. I didn't think they were going to mesh as quick as they did. So you have that uncertainty now in the college sports. We're in the NFL. You may have one injury or one guy banged up, but you know all the information. So early in the season, I think the NFL is truer. Later on, I think you could find more value with misleading finals, either wins or losses. Those teams that had, 3 or more turnovers, those teams that are -3 turnovers in a college football game, they only cover 15.8% of the time. It's incredibly difficult to cover if you are at a 3 turnover disadvantage. So early on NFL, college football later in the year when you get these matchups and situations and scheduling spots for these teams.
I love the numbers because, the numbers are the truth. They reveal a lot. I remember earlier in the week on your X account at Cal Sports LV, you had noted this, Ralph. College football week 0, week 1, on the totals, 59% went to the under. Week 2, the totals, 60% went to the over.
Yeah, well, think about it. There's not a college football team that doesn't have NIL people coming in. Even the smallest schools get some sort of transfers.
Right.
Sometimes guys want to move down because they're not getting playing time. Other times guys move up. But you have so much more uncertainty. And how many times do we hear NFL teams say the defense is usually ahead of the offense in week number 1? I think we have more of that now in college football as well, where those week 1 trends, I believe, will continue moving forward. Maybe not to the degree of 60% to the under, but I am an advocate that I look for unders. In fact, I used 3 unders in week 1 and they all cashed. So it's something that I always look at for over the last few years, and I will clearly have that on my notes for opening week of 2026.
Ralph, a couple of games this week that wanted to ask you about. Notre Dame hosting Texas A&M. These two teams battled last year in College Station. The Irish got the win. I see there's about a touchdown favorite against A&M Saturday night. Any thoughts about this game?
Yeah, I did this for a couple of shows I'm on, and I'm going to tell you one surprising thing.
Okay.
I thought I would be finding a good number for Notre Dame ATS-wise. I looked at ranked teams with rest off a loss. Like Notre Dame lost to Miami and they had a bye week. I expected that to be a positive ATS number. Guess what, guys? 45 and 44, 51% against the spread. So if I didn't look at that data, in my mind, I'd be saying, oh, Notre Dame is in a great scheduling spot having that off week. But when you run the data, you realize that's not a point. It's a 50-50. It shouldn't be part of your discussion. I will say this, though. When that team is at home off a loss and a favor with a bye, 70% to the under, only 11 overs and 25 unders. I am going to get to that direction as well. One more thing that I found misleading. I looked at Texas A&M. I said, oh, they've played a very weak schedule. Big favorite. Now they're going on the road and getting challenged. So I looked at game 3 teams that were off back-to-back wins as a home favorite of minus 21 or more. So you were significantly better than your first 2 foes at home, and now you're an away dog. This has surprised me as well. A&M, in that role, they're actually 17 and 10, 62%. So perhaps playing those teams at home and getting your offense in sync and now going on the road getting points isn't the negative I thought. But with that said, the strong under trend, I look at Notre Dame's offense. I like it. We know you still have the young quarterback. We know they're going to want to run the ball. A&M's defense, to me, I think can slow it down. I'm going to go first half under in that game as an official best bet for the show.
Like that a lot. What other game in our area that people are kind of interested in? Georgia going to Knoxville. A lot of people, I'm here, Georgia hadn't looked great. They've been, a little slow out of the gate. Really hadn't taken advantage of the teams they were playing, which were certainly inferior to who they're playing tomorrow. Was that kind of just in planning, or what are your thoughts about Georgia? Have they struggled, or do you think they'll kind of open up tomorrow? Or is Tennessee maybe a team that people should be paying more attention to?
Well, listen, when you've probably played the weakest or second weakest schedule, you don't have to show anything. So I think to them, it's them just wanting to take care of business. And when you look at the yardage edge, in the first halves, Georgia led Marshall 24-0, had a 239-40 edge. You take care of business, you move on in the second half. Austin Peay, they had a 229-80 yard edge in the first half. Yeah, they should have been up by 14 or more, but I think they didn't try to show anything in that game. But you said Georgia's got off to a slow start, failing to cover both of these opponents. How about this? In their last 13 games as a favorite, that's it. 13 games as a favorite. Georgia is 1-11. That's 8% against the spread. Now on the flip side, we look at Tennessee. When you have 2 top 20 teams and you have a home dog, like the Vols are, you're 56% against the spread. And in the first 2 months of the season, if you're a conference home dog, you are 73% against the spread. And for those that play the money line, does the Phantom play the money line at all?
Yes.
This is shocking to me. The last 16 ranked times when a conference home dog has played, the average line was plus 6.2, so almost a touchdown underdog. They have actually won 10 of the 16 games straight up. You don't need the points if 10 dogs are going to win. Imagine the money line you'd be getting on those 10 dogs and an average line of plus 6.2. So to me, I am going to lean with Tennessee. The reason it wasn't a bet, you're missing both DBs. I don't care who you're playing. You miss your 2 starting DBs against a national championship contender. I can't bet you, even with your money.
Before we let you go, Ralph, I got to go into the NFL. Great matchup, Philadelphia and Kansas City. I heard a stat earlier this week. It is extremely difficult to make the NFL playoffs if you start out 0-2. Kansas City's looking at starting out 0-2. I'm not sure they will, but your thoughts about that huge NFL matchup Sunday?
Well, Couple things. First off, I am on Philadelphia, but I will tell you this, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I have a 5% NFL play. I used KC as part of a 7-point teaser to get it to +8. But I will break down the numbers anyway, just to show you. Number one, Super Bowl revenge. Number two, Chiefs are 17-2 straight up with the losses by 6 or 8 their last 19 games. So if you bet them in a teaser, they've covered those. Game 2 teams off a loss and now a small dog, as I mentioned, 73% and 39-6, 87% in a teaser. The Eagles coming off a division dogfight, they were out first down and outgained and with 110 yards and penalties. That's pretty sloppy. Super Bowl champs start at home. They get their rings. They're playing Thursday in front of the entire world. Game 2 is an away favorite. They're only 5-14 against the spread. Yes, you know, the wide receiver injury is a concern for Kansas City, but when I read Mahomes' quotes and he said, this is a big lesson for us, they come out with more energy. I clearly had to talk to my guys after the game. I feel I have to back Mahomes and will him to a win at home in that situation.
Outstanding. What information do we get from Ralph Michaels each and every week? Ralph, let our viewers and listeners know how they can get more involved with what you got going on there at Wager Talk and the Goal Sheet.
Well, again, just check out, I have a free play daily on my homepage, wt.buzz/RM. I do a free first inning report. And every week now, guys, make sure you check out Wager Talk TV or follow me at Wager Talk TikTok. I do a complete TNA breakdown. Again, guys, for those that are new, TNA means trends and angles. In NFL and college, I give you like 5 or 6 in each sport. It's a quick view. We got pictures up there. So those guys that like these kinds of trends, make sure you check that out.
We'll do it.
That's wonderful stuff. Ralph, we appreciate it very much. Look forward to next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
You too, buddy. Thank you so much. I mean, that information, Barry, is just incredible. Love hearing Ralph tell us all about the games. We're going to tell you about some more stuff. It's called the Gurn Junior Victoryland 777 Topic Wheel. What's on it? We don't know.
No.
Gurn surprises us as he does you. We got to work on the fly when we see these topics come up, but we do pretty well deciphering them and get them figured out.
Yeah, well, you can do pretty well, and you don't have to work on the fly here at Stivers Ford Lincoln in Montgomery, where Price sells cars. Wonderful salespeople, very knowledgeable in their products, can answer your questions, and they are full up with an absolutely unparalleled inventory of vehicles.
You got to remind everybody, if you are thinking of an EV vehicle, like our friend Jason that bought the EV F-150, the Lightning.
Talked with our buddy Ray O'Brien.
That's
Ray
right.
set him up over here. Ray's the man to see.
This is the last month to take advantage of the federal tax credits on the EV vehicles. So don't be rolling into October and thinking you're going to get that federal tax credit. Hey, let the feds work for you. That's the way I say it.
We're live here in the showroom. Gurn Jr.'s Victoryland 777 Topic Wheel is next. Longshore and McKnight, all in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Jim Massey's Cleaners and Laundry is an Alabama-based, family-owned and operated business that specializes in dry cleaning and laundry, serving the river region since 1941. There are 12 convenient locations across the river region. Find one close to you or call 481-1911 for free pickup and delivery. For 83 years, Central Alabama has trusted Jim Massey's Cleaners and Laundry. You should too.
Don't miss your chance to win big at Victoryland Casino. Play the latest, hottest, most exciting games around with fun bonuses and big jackpots. Don't miss out on your free play. Stop by Player Rewards today and check out this month's exciting free play promotions. Come see why our players keep coming back. You'll have more fun at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22, Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
Okay, back at it. A couple of minutes to the top of the hour. Beautiful Friday, and it's always a good time to head out to Victoryland 777 Casino, exit 22 off I-85 in Shorter, Alabama. Open 24/7, 365. Okay, I do see the wheel in one of our boxes here. It's loosening up, Barry. Getting ready for the big spin. There it is.
Here we are.
There's
we
the
are.
Aqua panel again.
Victoryland 777 topic wheel presented by Victoryland 777 Casino, exit 22, I-85, Shoulder, Alabama. You can be a winner too. Big rally?
Big rally.
Big rally. Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
North Carolina State came from behind. They were down 14 early. And this was a big play. Wolfpack, Robbie Ashford trying to throw a screen pass, threw it right to Isaiah Shirley, he evaded Robbie Ashford's tackle, goes the other way. Shirley, you can't be serious.
Maybe he thought that was Laverne and Shirley who he was throwing it to.
Yeah.
Come on, Robbie.
NC State, 3-0.
How about that?
Yeah, big comeback. Rallied down despite the barbecue truck fire they had right outside of the field.
Was that fire as big as the one in Auburn against LSU that year?
No, the one that I started. No, I mean that one had flames leap. The flames were higher.
Yeah,
than the stadium
that was pretty rough. Yeah,
1995. Yes.
Whew, all right.
To the topic.
Big rally. Okay, here we go. Spin away. Well, we got Aqua panel still there. Never
too old.
That's what I always say.
That's what we have lived by on this program.
Never too old.
Never too old. Yeah, there was somebody on the River Region Straw Chat line was talking about that bill from Baltimore. I wanted to save that because I said, man, this has got Gurn Jr. written all over it. His name is Kent Broussard. He retired. He was an accountant. He was an accountant. He retired and always wondered what it would have been like if he had been a member of the Golden Tiger Band. So he went back to college.
Are you saying, Barry, I could have been in the $1 Million Band?
Well, you got to be able to play an instrument.
That's true. I don't know how to play an instrument.
He plays the tuba. There he is right in the middle, right there. 66 years old. Gurn circling. He plays the tuba. And he came back to college, I'm sure, to get a degree or whatever, but mostly to play in the band.
So does this guy ride on the bus with the band?
Yeah, man. He went through, he got into shape. He, I don't know, marched in his spare time. Cinderella story.
Yeah,
normally reserved LSU crowd, I guess, tears in his eyes. And he's in the LSU Golden Tiger Band. Plays the sousaphone.
Man,
you
go. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably doesn't play it very well, but heck, it's a great story.
Yeah, who knows? Probably gets out of line when they're marching on the field.
Normally, the only people who play this tuba, the sousaphone, are the fat kids.
Yeah.
Is that the way that it's supposed to be? I mean, the fat kids say, hey, man, I want to be in the band. I guess ain't no piccolo for me.
Yeah, you don't see many really small, skinny, scrawny guys playing the tuba.
Fat kids play the tuba.
Okay.
You can count on that. Okay, that's another one.
Let's do it.
Another one.
4 more to go. I think we can get them all in.
Better hurry.
Yep. Look at those colors. Victoryland. Open 24/7, 365, exit 22 off in Shorter, Alabama.
By the way, the Braves once won 14 straight National League Eastern Division championship. Dak Prescott, I hate this headline.
Wait a minute.
Hate the headline. Love the concept because I love Dak. Dak Prescott can win his 14th game in a row against the Giants. Not only Prescott, but the whole Cowboys team can, okay? It ain't just him. He ain't played for nobody.
Well,
he has not lost to the Giants in 13 straight starts. Bob Greasy, who was the quarterback for the Dolphins, won 17 in a row against the lowly Bills.
They were lowly back then.
The record.
Post OJ, I think. That headline's a little deceiving, though, Barry. Was it like, have they won 12 before this game or against that particular team? You got to read it to figure out what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I tell you, if Jackson Dart gets in the game tomorrow, Sunday, watch out, Dallas. That streak can be over.
Pretty impressive.
Okay.
Dak Prescott.
3 more to go.
Yeah. Who knew?
Bad breath. No, bad break. Let's see here. It looks
this will be bad break.
Bad break.
Almost broke my leg in college. I had to quit. Yeah. I saw that. He had the touchdown catch yesterday that was just tipped away. I mean, it was it was just about to be tipped away. 39-yard touchdown pass, opening drive, but there was a holding penalty.
It was.
And as soon as he hit the ground, I mean, he was hurting. It's the collarbone. He didn't land on his collarbone, but all of his weight came on that shoulder, and the shoulder pressed into the collarbone and fractured it. John can speak about that.
I can't. That is that. You know it when it happens. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there was no doubt in his mind because they had him carted off and they had the camera in the tunnel leading to it.
Yeah.
And he was ticked off because he knew he had broken.
They didn't cart me off there. I just went inside crying. I think I broke my shoulder.
Well, they
like
didn't have any.
Yeah, I was like
They
fourth
didn't have any
grade.
carts back then.
All right, 2 more to go. Let's see if we can squeeze them in for
Get
the top of the
Longshore
hour.
off the field. We need to run wind sprints.
Oh, let's see here.
All right, here we go.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
Reference to the 1990.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. 361 home runs. Chides Joe DiMaggio for fourth place in Yankees history.
did they win that game last night? Because the president was there. Trump was at the game.
9-3 over the Tigers
Look at
with
that.
Donald Trump to commemorate the 24th anniversary of 9/11.
I heard he went into the locker room pregame, Barry. What do you think Trump told the Yankees?
He was great, huge. Hey, Aaron Judge,
It's
huge.
the most awesome.
He tied DiMaggio
Yeah.
in about a jillion fewer games, but he has already exceeded Joe DiMaggio's career strikeout total.
Ooh.
And he's done that in about 8 fewer years.
Yeah.
So go figure.
Yeah.
DiMaggio didn't play a long time. All right.
Okay, one more to go.
One
I
more.
think
Here we
can
go.
squeeze
We'll
it
wrap
in.
her up.
Yeah, one more to go here. It is the Gurn Jr. Victoryland 777 topic wheel. Got to spin it to make it official. It's the blue panel. I can't really read.
We
what
had
it said.
bad gamble before. There was a
Yeah.
bad gamble on yesterday's wheel. Now the bad gamble again.
Bad gamble again.
What
we got
could
here?
this be? Oh yeah, more.
Oh.
North Carolina A&T, Mississippi
Uh-oh.
Valley State, New Orleans, Arizona State, Eastern Michigan. Gambling violations. They didn't name the athletes, but they will.
Yes, they
They're
will.
all done. Athletes betting on and against their own team, sharing information with third parties, knowingly manipulating scoring or game outcomes, and or refusing to participate in the enforcement staff's investigation, which we call the Bruce Pearl rule, because in the past he didn't have any ramifications. They made it to where you better from here on out. There you go.
Look, they're going to catch you. Why do these clowns think they're going to get away
I'm
with
telling
this?
you, when you get a gambling app on your phone, you have to, it tracks you for everything. They can say, we didn't bet on that game. Well, you were in the casino at this time on this date, second to the left from the window, and at the same time, I'm telling you,
Let me
you
tell
ain't getting away with it anymore, people.
couple of things you can get away with.
Yeah.
Stealing your neighbor's newspaper,
No.
putting your trash in his trash can. You can get away with stuff like that. I'm telling you, you're gambling on games and you're an athlete, you're
Yeah.
going to get busted.
No,
It's that simple.
every time. Hey, that's our Gurn Jr. Victoryland 777 topic wheel. Always glad to be together. John and I are live in the showroom of Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard at the Troy Highway, with a big, beautiful weather-wise weekend to go car shopping.
Well, that's right, Barry. We invite everybody to come out and see our friends here at Stivers throughout the day, throughout the weekend. They've got the vehicle for you. We've told you about the great deals going on in the month of September, that federal tax credit on EV vehicles. It ends at the end of September. Take advantage of that right here, right now at Stivers Ford in Montgomery or stiversonline.com.
There you go. For all of our guests today, the Phantom, Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports, Ralph Michaels from Wager Talk and the Gold Sheet, and for our producer, Gurn Jr., I'm Barry McKnight, John Longshore. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.